fun. We're going to go down in the bus leagues right now, brought to you by Frisco, like we just said. Let's start out, guys. We're going to go top and bottom. I know I read it. If any of you have listened to the other show, the minor league show, we're one day more. So we're going to do one more and add to it. We're going to start at the top of the minor league system, the Round Rock Express, who, by the way, still can't thank them enough for taking care of us a couple weeks. It was a great time with the wives down there. They just really first-class organization. They're Round Rock's 33-32, 4-6 in their last 10. They've been scuttling a little bit. They lost last night, but give them a little break. They've got, Derek Hill did not accept the assignment. He's not back there. They're losing bats that are up in the big leagues right now. Davis Wenzel's up there and stuff like that. This is the place where there's buses going back and forth from the big leagues, and but they're good team, very good team, but a little bit of a lull right now.
Well, they lost 3-0 last night, so it wasn't like they got knocked all over the yard. But Johnny Cueto started; he was a little bit better this time than he was his last start. 3 runs in 5 innings. I just, I know a lot of us were kind of excited about the possibility, but with everybody who's getting healthy and I don't.
He's pitching for a job somewhere else.
See it. He has an out in his deal today, I believe. And if not today, or I think he has 2 outs. He has another one at the end of the month. But Garrison Garabito relieved him and was fantastic. 2 hits, no walks, 4 strikeouts, 4 innings. So again, this is the first wave of reinforcements. From now until the trade deadline, these are the guys that you need to know, and and you know them all. We talk about them all the time, and they're all good guys. Dustin Harris has picked it up, so good for Dustin Harris. He's on the
pitched
40.
2 nights ago and didn't do bad.
Jack Leiter pitched Wednesday, gave up 1 earned run in 5 1/3 innings, walked too many guys, but I still, with the automated ball strikes, I still am leery of walk totals from AAA. But anyway. Yeah, but Dustin Harris, he's playing a lot of center field, which is now open with Derek Hill. And, Derek Hill, minor league veteran, 2,600 minor league at-bats, and he's a good player. It probably makes a lot of sense for him to go to free agency. He's going to end up signing a minor league deal, though. No one's going to put him on a big league deal.
Unless there's an injury.
But and really a little surprising that he took free agency, because with the uncertainty with Evan Carter's back, and it's not like Leo Taveras is killing the ball. There might have been an opportunity there, but hey, wish him luck. Super nice guy.
Great guy.
Look forward to him landing somewhere and doing well. So
and you hope he does. Look, he helped this team out and did what his job was. Took the minor league deal, played well enough to get promoted, did a good job when he was in the big leagues when he played. Yeah. Then that's the guy that gets the DFA when a roster spot opens up.
And he knows that. It's not like it's something totally new to him. He knows.
He wasn't trashing a locker on his way out.
He knows who he is. Yeah. He knows that he can.
He also knows the reason he took free agency. His agents probably already talked to some teams where there's some opportunities. He didn't like free agency without. I bet he does know there's something out there.
Yeah.
And and like you said, it's probably not a big league deal, but there's a team saying, hey, we may be dealing with this. Come over here. There might be an opportunity. So you'll see him. He is going somewhere, and the Rangers, if not, Rangers will take him right back in Round Rock.
Oh, yeah.
They'd take him today if he'd go back to Round Rock.
Yeah. And maybe he just negotiates a better minor league deal.
Sure.
That's possible too.
That may be it too. We get the Rangers pay a little more for the minor league deal. Okay, Frisco, hottest team. Once again, they won again.
Yeah, they're
40-20. They're the best team in all of Rangers organization right now, including the big leagues. They're 7-3 in their last 10. They have won 4 in a row. Bonifay loves this team too. He's been out to see him a few times. Going to hit him again. I guess they're going to be out in Midland. He talked about going out to see him out there. This team's pitching is what's really done well for them. They've got a few bats that are doing good. They don't have the power guy. Like Frisco always seems to have a guy that hits 20, 25 home runs, something like that. I don't know if they got that guy this year, but boy, they got some guys that are playing.
Yeah. And like Josh mentioned on our minor league show, Josh Hatcher is doing well. We brought up Liam Hicks, Cody Freeman, who has done a lot offensively, had a big hit yesterday. They were they didn't have anything through 5 innings, and they were getting twisted up, and they stuck with it though. They know how to win, and that's what a team needs, and
winning team.
They're just doing real well, and they're gonna be a playoff team. The Texas League, they do it first half, second half. They're cruising to the first half title. Their magic numbers down to like 5 or 6, and so they will be in the postseason later this year, and it's a cool deal, and who knows what the roster is going to look like at that time with promotions and everything. But the Round Rock Express are headed to the play, or well, not the Round Rock Express, the Frisco Rough Riders are headed to the playoffs.
Yep, they are. Now let's go down to Hickory. That's your high A affiliate. They're 26-34. They're 6-4 in their last 10. They have been playing better. They've lost the last couple of games, but they've had some players. Yesterday I kind of half-heartedly said I didn't see Walcott on the roster. It's because they've got him listed as the DH. They don't have, you always go down, you go to rosters and you look at a player to see what's going on. I always look like Cam Cauley, who's hitting 260 now, and he's got 5 home runs, who's really picked it up because he had a really slow start. Walcott wasn't listed along the infielders, but he was listed as the DH.
Yeah.
He also hitting over 200. He's got 5 home runs. This is a kid, and Bonifay brought this up yesterday, which was amazing. This is a guy that if he lived in the United States would have probably just finished playing in a state playoff somewhere.
Yeah, just
high school
senior. He just graduated from high school.
Just graduated from high school. He would have just played in his senior year of high school baseball. It's amazing. He's against high A pitching, playing in that league, and I don't care what you are. High A pitching's better than SEC pitching. Let's be honest. It is.
Yeah, there's no question.
It's not even a question about it.
There are SEC guys who are in this in this league and
facing pitching they've never faced before.
and so it's not a contest. So Josh Bonifay also mentioned don't give up on Mitch Bratt. Well, Mitch Bratt went out and tossed 5 scoreless innings yesterday. So
that's the second time we've heard that though.
Yeah.
About Mitch Bratt, who's just what it was Mitch Bratt isn't putting up those eye-popping numbers. And what I asked Josh yesterday, go listen to it. It was really interesting to hear. And Josh said, I said, pick a couple names nobody's talking about. Yeah. I equated it to pick your favorite child, which is hard to do because he's got 20 guys that he just loves.
Sure.
And he brought up, of course, Ozuna, the hitter who has done well at every level. He's got 7 home runs this year. Marcell Ozuna, is that what his name? Alejandro.
Marcell Ozuna plays for the Braves.
Okay. Anyway, so but he brought up Mitch Bratt, and the reason is Mitch Bratt's numbers aren't eye-popping, but this is the second time we've heard that guys don't look at the numbers. He's doing well.
Yeah. That's
what they said. He's doing well.
Yeah.
So it had not, and I've said that over and over again. You cannot look at minor league numbers and try to equate, maybe on a bat for sure, but on a pitcher, there's so many times that a base hit in high A, low A, and even double A is not a base hit in the big leagues. It's a ground ball that someone doesn't get to.
Yeah.
Something like that, and it becomes a base hit. They're not looking at that. They're looking at exit velocity off his bat.
Yeah.
They're looking at stuff like that. Look at the 2 hits last night for the star of the game didn't come off the bat more than for the Rangers.
Yeah.
Langford. They didn't come off the bat at more than about 80 miles an hour, I don't think.
Crazy.
Those little bloops he had. But hey,
I think one was 66 and one was 58.
I mean, it was great. And he was laughing at it, too. Yeah. But anybody else we got there?
No. The one thing about Alejandro Ozuna, Josh mentions the bloodlines as his hit. He comes from, he's related to a couple former big league pitchers, Antonio Ozuna, and then Roberto Ozuna, who was a good young closer. He was accused and I believe charged and maybe convicted with domestic abuse and when he was with the Blue Jays, and then the Astros showing their character at the time, traded for him and said, we'll have zero tolerance and we'll do all this, blah blah blah. But you're not going to see guys like Roberto Ozuna on the Rangers roster, at least not with Chris Young. But the thing that Josh said about Alejandro is he's a leader, a savvy guy. I would expect that he won't be at Hickory for long. So I think he's ready for probably another level at some point here.
Okay, so let's go down to the lower level. That's down east. probably the second hottest team in all of Rangers baseball.
Mm.
They're 33-26, 6-4 in their last 10. They've won 3 in a row. They are a team that started off slow and has really picked it up. But I call them the babies. That's the guys. They're playing their first full season of pro baseball, and that's down in Down East.
Yeah, and this is pitching central. These guys are so good on the mound, and boy, you can just find the guy, and his ERA is under 3, and it's just crazy. Cole Drake pitched last night. Alejandro Rosario, our buddy, is coming up soon, and Jose Gonzalez, who's got a 1.16 ERA after 38 innings. Just solid stuff from these guys, and those 3 guys, Drake, Rosario, Gonzalez especially, are attacking the strike zone and pitching to their strengths, as Josh Bonifay said, as Alejandro said on our last minor league show. So that's good. These guys are executing, and Drake and Rosario are old enough that soon they will be getting a promotion. I just don't see them not doing it unless in Alejandro's case it's his first season, and maybe they want to watch his pitch count. But it seems like these guys are ready for a new challenge.
Okay, so we go down to the Arizona Complex League.
Yeah. Again, they're playing pretty well. Yeah. And it's like I said on the show yesterday. Pedro Guerrero, who is Vladimir Jr.'s brother and Vladimir Sr.'s son, obviously,
and he's playing over here in the States.
He's in Arizona, and his power has started to come on. His slugging percentage is around 500. Yeremy Cabrera, who was the minor league player of the month for May for the Rangers, he's probably their best hitter, best player right now. But there's some others down there, Braylon Morrell, who are doing nice things, and you never know if these guys, they're so young. We're talking 17 and 18-year-olds,
right?
For the most part, there are some college players who have been drafted recently or coming off of injuries. It's also where you'll see some guys rehab.
Maybe they're changing something with them.
Yeah. I think Brock Porter is likely to be a guy who you'll see pitching there here shortly, and then moving on once he's shown that his stuff is all straightened out. So
right.
It's an interesting time, to watch these guys and to get to know them, because if you didn't get to know them last year when they were in the Dominican or somewhere else, one other name who he is not young, he's 22. His name is Adonis Villavicencio. He is a guy who has been in another who has been with the Rangers, not another organization. He was in the DSL for a while. He was the Rangers reliever of the month for May. He finally gave up a run. He hadn't given up a run in his first, 15 or 16 innings. He now has a 0.98 ERA. But again, this might be a case of age conquering the kids who are down there. But I don't know, just an interesting name. You never know what you're going to see, like DJ Peters, the former position player.
Yeah, he's playing. He's moved over to be a.
He has pitched some there, so I think he's moved up. But still, it's interesting. What you never know what you're going to see.
Well, and I say this too. If you think about it, I think about myself when I was growing up. There was a vast difference between the maturity of my body when I was 25 compared to when I was 17.
Oh yeah.
So all of a sudden, your body just kind of grows into itself, and maybe that fastball, when you saw something there that was throwing 84 miles an hour, now he's throwing 97 miles an hour because everything's come up. Now it's harnessing that rocket on his right arm or left arm and doing something with it. So I don't look at age. If you're 24 playing in the ACL and a pro team has got you there, there's something they're looking at.
Yeah, no doubt.
They don't just fill rosters with guys like that. They've got you there for a reason. There's too many free agents out there that they can take a chance on. They're seeing something that they want to, that they're trying to. And and
it may just be a $10,000 contract.
Sure.
But hey, it's a very low risk. Give it a shot.
Absolutely. DSL, we have 2 teams going there, so that's
they got the red, and they got the blue. And
they're really just kind of kicking in. They've been playing a couple weeks.
They're not even 2 weeks into their season yet. So the Rangers.
Paulino's on one.
Polino and Curly Martha, and they're on one of the teams, and they're from the most recent class. The Rangers blue team is 6-1, so they're playing pretty well. And then Jonathan Hernandez's little brother Christopher
we talked to Jonathan
is on the team. So again, you think Arizona Fall League or Arizona Complex League guys are young. These guys are real young. We're talking fresh. Some guys who might still be 16, some guys who just turned 17, and then some guys who, like we were just talking about with Adonis, just guys who get signed late, who don't get discovered, or who were hurt at the time of their draft class and had to prove something, or else.
Signing class or whatever it was.
So anyway, we'll keep checking in on them, but they're way early into their season.
All right, this is one to put in the books.
It is.
Get this one over with. I mean, Josh Smith came on with us. That was fantastic. Rangers come back into town after the big important weekend, the series, the Seattle series. Then they come back in town next week. I think the Mets are coming in, and then Kansas City will be here after that. Guys, look, we can't thank you enough. Everything this show's doing is because of you guys. Hit that subscribe button. Subscribe down below to Rangers Today, $5.90. Hey, it's Father's Day.
That's right.
Sunday, you're running a deal.
Father's Day special. $48 for annual. I've tweeted it out. If you need further instructions, Jeff at rangerstay.com, and I'll help you out.
DM me if you DM me, and you know that I'll answer. Get it to me. I'll get it to Jeff, and we'll get you what you need. For Jeff Wilson, I'm John Moore, and until next time, guys, we'll see you at the yard.